friends, welcome to my Essential Yoga series. Today we'll be talking about Chaturanga Dandasana. Chata, for Anda, limbs, and Dandasana is staff or rod. So we aren't ever laying on the floor. Sometimes I see that where it looks more like a wheelbarrow than a staff or a rod. But it's really here to present a challenge to us. To have a well-balanced yoga practice, we need both strength and flexibility. So if you're just starting out, please give yourself some grace. While we might hold this typically 5 to 7 breaths, perhaps when you're first starting out, you're holding it for 1 breath. And that's okay because we all have a starting point. I prefer the elbows tucked in. That's getting more triceps. Sometimes I've seen it with the elbows out, and that's getting more pectoral. So if you're picking one option over the other, just understand the differences and why you're picking it. For me, when we get into the down portion of it, the block is about the length of my forearm, just happens to be proportioned for my body. And so when I was first starting out to get all 4 limbs still suspended in the air, I would use the block in the highest position, the Papa Bear height, and use that as a marker as it came down onto my sternum. So I'll role model that today for you so that you can see that. The other thing that was a big game changer for me was really learning how to use my hands. When I first started, I put a lot of weight into my wrist and not enough weight out into my digits. So, I like to joke that I don't want an ant to be able to crawl underneath my finger on my mat because I want to be using that. And when we find good use of the hand, if you look at your palm, it does kind of lift up a little bit like a suction cup does. And I feel like you find a real good suctioning in the hand that way. All right, well, let's get down to the moving part. So my feet in the back will be about 6 to 8 inches apart. I have my hands spread into a starfish. I'm going to make sure that there's no space between my fingers and my mat. My elbow creases are facing each other. I bring my heart between my arms. Now, if this is a lot of work, perhaps this is your starting point, and you could even start to move the knees back a little bit more and a little bit more. To start, you'll curl your toe under and lift one leg up. And again, if this is challenging, it's okay to stay here for a while in your practice. And then you'll take both up. And you're in Chaturanga Dandasana. Okay? Now, if I want to take it into the down position, I'll show you with the block that I have. So I would come back, so using the same mindfulness to get back into that, right? My abs are working as stabilizers. I bend the elbows, I come down, and now I'm in the down position of the pose, and I can press back up. All right, guys, it's a strengthener, all right. I hope you have fun playing around with Chaturanga Dandasana. Namaste.